Hey guys, it's 26. Today I'm going to be doing a deck profile on the Bujins that I decided to play for the Yu-Gi-Oh! OTS. Sadly, I only got ninth. I got ninth because I was the best X2, but I would have made top, but one of the guys who topped 8 got a draw, so his draw shoved me out of the top 8, so I got ninth, which kind of sucked. So, but I was still pleased with my games. If it wasn't for that draw, then I would have made top 8. And I'm pretty sure, judging by all the matchups, it would have been pretty easy for me to make top 4. Not win the OTS exactly, but top 4 would have been pretty easy. But let's get to it. So it's basic Bujin. It's 3 Yamato, 2 Mikazuchi, and 1 Arasuda. People aren't even playing Arasuda. People are usually just playing 2 Mikazuchi. But I played so much. I played Mirror twice, and it was so you needed to get something bigger than you needed to have the biggest monster on the board. So it was situations where I needed to have Arasuda special summon so I can overlay. So Arasuda was good. If it was a matchup in which he wasn't good enough, then I just sided him out, and it really made no difference. 3 Crane, 2 Turtle, 2 Hare, and for the one of the Bujins, the Centipede and Quillen. I'm pretty for the whole Bujin lineup that I have set, I'm pretty set on it. That's the correct way people should be playing it. But Bujin's the way you play it is so player preference that you can't really go with a way. There's so many different ways people want to go about their matches. It's not even it's not funny because you can play the deck in so many different ways. Okay. For the non-Bujin cards, it's obviously the one Honest, 1 Thunder King. I'll talk about the text that I did that other people didn't really do. 1 Thunder King, the 1 Bear, and Gorilla. People have been cutting this and usually just been doing Honest, but not cutting Thunder King. They were just cutting Bear, Gorilla, or just not even having any of them. But I like it with the Bear and Gorilla. If Bear and Gorilla get too clogging, which they're bad, it's easy to side out. But if not, they're amazing. They're amazing cards to open up with 10 key, add a Yamato, and they'll let that 10 key go off. And let's say it's an MST and they have 1 monster. You let that 10 key, they let that 10 key go off. You summon Bear, and they'll be like, "Oh, I should have probably MST'd that." And then you just get rid of your 10 key and you get rid of their monster, and it's fine. And in some situations it's not MST, some situations it'll be a Mirror Force or Deep Prison. But still, you have that Bear which you can sack and you can bait out that card because then you can have Yamato come on board safely next turn. And that's it for the monster lineup. And then the reason I did Gorilla was because I really didn't like Gravekeepers or any cards like DNA Surgery. So when they would go DNA Surgery, I'll just if I draw 10 key, I'll search out Gorilla and just get rid of DNA Surgery. And luckily, I only played DNA Surgery once, and I got the Gorilla play. And he had a second one, but I had MST, so I had answers to it. Next is the 3 standard 10 key. The 2 Power Duality. This is makes your deck faster. People have been running 3 Duality, but I'm running just 2. I like it at 2. Just because I have a lot more monsters, so I'm always drawing something. If I need protection, I can wait. 2 Bujin Carnation. People are usually only playing 1 just because it's that one life-saving card. I play 2 because you can search it out with Mikazuchi. I took out Sword and I put this in just because it's better. I used 2 in 1 match. I went Bujin Carnation, I brought out my stuff, Susano, he saw him warning. He had no more back row. I had another Bujin Carnation. I went Bujin Carnation again. There's no restrictions on you using it more than once. You can use it more than once in that turn as long as you don't control a monster. So I was pretty satisfied with having the 2. I won my match because of the 2. 2 Lance. It's protection for your Yamato in case Bottomless or Torrential. 2 MST. I may bump MST up to 3, but I'm still debating about it. 2 Kaiser Coliseum. People have been running 2, and I forgot to do a video on my opinion on the Bujins with Royal Decree. I really do not like Royal Decree, just for the fact there are so many outs to that Royal Decree. With some decks Fire Fist can easily get around that Royal Decree, and it's just there is no point to this. Because, yeah, you can have Kaiser Coliseum, you can have a Yamato on board, and it can be GG, but they can easily just go 10 key, Gorilla, Gorilla pop Kaiser, Tensu, summon again. Or they can just sit a turn and wait till next turn. So if you don't have that second if you don't have that second Kaiser Coliseum in hand, you're kind of screwed. So that's why I really don't like the Royal Decree. And then one Dark Hole. Then onto the traps. The traps only consisted of 8. I know I was just talking about how traps like make the deck, but I'd rather have 8 traps than 3. So the 8 traps I run is 2 Fiendish Chain, 2 Mirror Force, 2 Deep Prison, Bottomless, and a Solemn. I'm gonna speed right through this because I want to get to the extra inside. I'm gonna do the extra deck right now, but I'll explain the side just because it's more of my locals. I prepared the side like in case for my locals. So it goes 1-0s. That's Maestroke, Direwolf, Cowboy, Dweller, Black Ship, 101, Starliege, Tiger King, Omega, Patamli, Emerald, and then like for the Bujins, it was obviously 1 Tsukiyomi, 1 Kaizuchi, and 2 Susanoo. In the extra deck, obviously you saw I didn't have Excision Knight, which would have helped so much if I had Excision Knight, but I didn't want to shell out money for one. I was willing to shell out 50 for one, 50, 60, but everyone was still overhyping them, so it's like, okay, I'm going to play through this without an Excision Knight. And I still need one. Like, it would have been so great for the tournament. It would have made things a lot easier. Let's get onto the side. This is all like my preference. So 2 Maxi, 2 Valor, 2 Dyna. Yeah, the Dyna helped so much just because every deck I faced besides my first round was special summoning. So Dyna really helped. The 1 MST, that's the extra one. 2 Debunk, 2 Mind Crush, 2 Shadow, 2 Rivalry. I would have to say that Shadow is probably a lifesaver in terms of the tournament today. Not today, last weekend. Shadow and Mind Crush were key cards just because I faced two Inzektor decks, and those were probably the hardest